hoarding snacks.
What's up, y'all? Today we're here with the anime chat as well as Spoiler Boys.
Spoiler
boys!
That's right. We're here this weekend with a little crossover because we went to see Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer.
We went to see the Mugen Train. Or no, I'm not. So I'm sorry.
Mugen
Train.
That's the past. We're talking now.
That's the last one. This time we went to see Infinity Castle. So we're going to tell you our thoughts, our things we liked, our things we didn't like, our things that, you know, all the things. So let's go.
Yeah.
First of all, how's everybody doing this week?
Doing good. Can't complain,
real
man.
good.
It's been a long work week.
All
Can't
right.
complain. Doing great.
Doing good, man.
All
Yeah.
right.
How are
good.
you?
That's good. I'm good. I was thinking
Yeah.
about the movie all week after we saw it.
Oh, I know, right?
I know.
I've been seeing stuff online and stuff like that. And I still haven't decided to myself, do I like this movie better than Mugen Train? And I feel like I can't say I do yet because I haven't decided yet, which means that the answer isn't yes. It may not be no, but it definitely isn't yes.
But could
Okay.
it be
Being
yes?
said. Huh?
But could it be yes?
It could be.
Okay.
It could
We
be.
need
I
to-
might have to. Maybe I have to. When I see it again, then I'll fully decide.
Dig it. I mean, we can talk through it a little bit, see if we
Yeah.
can get you into that direction of saying yes, or maybe the conversation will gear you to the direction of no. I feel like we just got to talk through it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, expectations going in. I feel like that should be the first thing we talk about. Like, what were your expectations going into the movie? If
Really
anyone
good
had
action
any.
sequences.
Yeah.
That was my my viewpoint is like I expected really good action sequences,
Mhm.
and I expect the animation to be flawless because why not? So I feel like they delivered on those portions for the most part, except for like one or two deals here and there, but otherwise they met my mark.
I think they did. Go ahead, Joe.
Oh, yeah. I think I kind of had high expectations going into it. Honest
Mhm.
truth, because like one, Demon Slayer 1 already looks good. So
Yes, it does.
visually wise, it's kind of like, how do you take that to another step? Obviously, on an IMAX, when you're on an IMAX screen, things are already going to visually pop more than they normally would to begin with. But you know, how do you elevate the way things look? And then obviously, as continuing the story, how do we keep you engaged? Because obviously, we're going from, instead of doing a whole season, we're going to take this and we're going to put it into a 2.5 hour movie. So because they execute and do things pretty well with the show and with Mugen Train, I was kind of like, okay, I got to give you guys a little bit of a decent bar to start with here. I don't think I had to go in with low expectations for this movie, and I wasn't disappointed.
Okay. No?
I think we all went in with the expectation. I think we all got the expectations that we were looking for. And Demon Slayer, pretty much looking for their formulas the same. And like I've said this before on many podcast episodes, that my favorite part of Demon Slayer is the first season, but everything past that is kind of rinse and repeat, which is amazing fight scene. Tries to chop head off demon, chops head off demon, or can't chop head off demon, or does chop head off demon, and demon is still alive, or the head wasn't clean cut off, or something. And then we get the backstory, and then they finally die or give themselves up, you know, kind of. And then the amazing animation and fight scenes. I knew they were going to step it up because as the years go by, animation technology gets better.
Mhm.
So plus it's a movie format, so I knew it was going to be a little bit better than the show. They delivered as far as that goes.
Yeah.
And I think that they just did a really good job on like the parts that mattered to pop out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the parts that you cared about were the parts that really stood out and really made. And I think like the vibe of the Infinity Castle will be remembered because it has a real strong, ominous, like like vibe. Even though, because in the story there wasn't that much build up to this. Like in the Ninja War, there was a lot of build up to it. In
Mhm.
Bleach, there's a lot of build up to the war. In One Piece, there's a lot of build up to the final fight. To this, there's kind of like, we're going to Infinity Castle, we're here. But they did a real good job of capturing.
Oops, we've been dropped.
Yeah, they did a real good job of capturing. Okay, this is the final saga. This is a whole different vibe from normal Demon Slayer, and felt a little hopeless. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the soundtrack was really good.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
music
agree.
was
Soundtrack amazing.
phenomenal.
I second everything y'all said. I was looking forward to those amazing fight scenes, and definitely the, you know, the fluidity of everything. I was expecting to be extremely clean, more so than usual. One thing I was worried about going in was just knowing I haven't read the manga, so I don't know what's
Same
going
here.
to happen. But I knew but the amount of characters that were going to be in there, the amount of fighting and big fights that are happening in the castle is going to be insane. I think everyone knew hands down there's no way this could be one movie. It's going to be at least two. Heck, they could be three if they wanted to. Oh, is it
Oh
is it
no,
three?
it's three.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
gotta
it
be
is.
a trilogy.
It's a trilogy.
Oh, okay. So
We
I was
talked
behind
about
on
this so
that.
many times, Gabby. It's ending the series on this trilogy.
Yeah.
Yes,
Unfortunately,
I knew that.
made
Okay,
them so
trilogy.
much
Well,
money
that helped.
that changed
But
the future of anime.
yeah, I was worried about how many fight scenes they were going to try to fit into each part of the movie and how much time they were going to give to it. And I felt like in this one, how many fight scenes did we get? We got like big fights. It was like 1,
Three,
2,
technically.
3.
Maybe
Yeah, three
four.
big fights.
Big fights and like a little bit of, I want to say 3.5 maybe, probably with the little half, like, see where this character is fights in between. But yeah, I was worried that it would be too much and they would just trying to squeeze everything as since they are ending with these movies. But I was pleasantly surprised. I feel like the fights that we did get to completion, we they did them very well. Now, I'd be interested to see see and hear what some manga readers can think about that. So if anyone wants to put their opinion in the comments, that would be great because
I think all of us are anime only on this one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are coming at it from an
That's
anime
not
only
the
perspective.
Pleasure District. So I think that something that one of the all right. So I'll say a few great things I loved about it, and then a few bad things I didn't like about it. And then I have another question after that, but y'all can do the same. I like the animation, obviously. I like the fight scenes. I was waiting to see Giyu. He's my favorite character.
Okay.
Which now Akaza, or what's his real name, Himoki, he became one of my favorite characters after that movie.
We gotta talk about that after.
Oh yeah. Oh, we will.
Loved his backstory. I thought the fight scenes, and like I said, they really did a good job of making like the punch moments, the punch line moments, each moment that mattered, and like this is the part you need to see stand out in a special way. And I think that's like something that's important that you don't always notice, but overall makes the production so much better. I liked the soundtrack a whole lot. The soundtrack was amazing. It was a really, really good soundtrack. And that, to me, as I've said before, can make or break an anime. Naruto soundtrack, Made in Abyss soundtrack, One Piece soundtrack, those are
ReZero.
identity. ReZero, those are the identity of those anime. You know what I mean? And I think that was done really well as well. What else good? Fight scenes were all really fluid. There was basically no stills. Basically, the camera panning while they're fighting is like some really impressive animation feats. The CG was all really solid and didn't look bad. And some things I didn't like about it were I saw a couple stills on Giyu's final hits on Akaza, and I was hoping to see like a final flash hit ability, and it really wasn't. It was a couple stills, so I thought that was a little weird. I thought that Shinobu's character got hoed. I feel like Shinobu's character got hoed. I told y'all this coming out the theater. That they established her character so much to give her kind of like a short ending that I feel like she was either over established or maybe they did it a little too quickly to fit it into the movie. But I just feel like she came so far all for nothing, you know?
Yeah.
And it feels like she had friends. She had like I said, she was a senpai to several characters. She was a real big part of Tanjiro's life. She was clearly really strong, and I feel like they just didn't give her enough. Like she was more established in the story than Rengoku, and Rengoku got a whole movie. You know what I mean?
That's very valid.
Like even with the ninja dude with 3 wives who quit, Tango or whatever his name is, he had a good as well. He had a really strong, Tengen. He had a really strong like leave and final 3 episodes. So I'm like, I feel like she definitely got for how established she was. If it was the dude who was with the long hair or the little Bakugo dude, okay, but she's really established in the story. So
she would be considered almost one of the main Hashira besides.
Yeah.
You're a Hashira. You are a main. Like once they all dropped in, it was like clearly like the main focus on, even though all the Demon Slayers are gonna be for the most part in here, your Hashiras are your main 8, 9 of them if you include Tanjiro. Like they're gonna be your main focus points that are in there for it. But no, I agree with you, Noah.
And that's my point, is that Tanjiro is the MC. So the ones who affected Tanjiro the most, just like there was a lot of focus on Whitebeard because he affected Luffy, or there was a lot of focus on Jiraiya because he affected Naruto. Not as much focus on Tsunade or Orochimaru, even though they were from the same. That's the. I feel like those characters usually get more love because they have a strong effect on the MC. And Tanjiro didn't even get to see her die or say goodbye. He found out from the bird, which was like whatever. But I was just like, I just feel like I really liked her character, and I was hoping. To me, the stupid love Hashira, the worst Hashira, should have died that way. I hate that stupid Hashira.
I love her.
She's loving her character because it's cute is fine, but her to the story is like, you know what I'm saying? It's the same reason why I think Tengen sucks. Everybody's out here risking their life, and he quit. He came back, so he redeemed himself. I used to hate Tengen because I'm like, bro, you quit because you lost your arm and you want to go back with your harem.
I mean, that sounds like a smart play. What are you talking about?
I mean, when you retired, we're sitting at home watching anime, but not if you're a top 5 fighter in the world.
Listen, he just needed a reason to retire, and so losing the leg and losing the eye, that gave him a reason to retire.
Well, bro was still enough to fight, clearly. So, but anyways, he came back.
I mean, I agree with your points on that, Noah. Like, for me, I believe that, again, the soundtrack was on point. It really set the tone and the mood for a lot of the scenes and the build up. And even during like the backstories that we saw during the film, it really elevated those core moments of those flashbacks. But I also feel the first act of it was kind of rushed, in the sense of that Shinobu didn't get as much screen time as the other fights. It was just like, okay, you're going to set the pace, but you could have like drawn it out maybe another like 15 minutes or so and just really fleshed out that fight better. Personally,
it's good, and that could be on the writer too, because it could be, you know what I mean, they went with the direction of the writer, so it could have been on the writer to make her and Tanjiro end up, because I was really surprised. I mean, I know they all have to separate, but I was really surprised that Tanjiro wasn't going to be around to see Shinobu die, because she was like the first Hashira to make contact with him, I'm pretty sure, and like help him survive that poison that time.
And she was one of the only ones in the Infinity Castle besides Zenitsu, I think, that went solo around.
Yeah.
Everyone else was in pairs.
Yeah, they made for Giyu and them to fight. I had a theory. I remember I told you last year I had a theory where when they all fell in the castle, each of the screen had a hue, and like how your background's hue is yellow. When each one fell, there was a different hue.
There was a different hue
for different characters, and it was red. And I don't know if it's true, but I definitely saw Shinobu's hue red.
It was
and I was
red.
like, shit, she was gonna die. So sorry, spoiler boys, but yeah. So
No, that's what
she
Spoiler
died.
Boys is for. That's why we
We're
here.
spoiler boys.
That's why we
She's
here.
podcast. So, but yeah. So
Not a prediction. It's a spoiler.
when I saw her fall, I knew she was red. I can't remember who else's I saw, but the way that it looks to me is like most of them
I think
probably die.
that was
I
a
would be
foreshadow.
surprised if they all
That was a
died, to
straight
be
up
honest.
They're
foreshadow.
getting
and I think-
Akagami got killed.
All right, Marcus,
Oh.
continue. And after y'all go, I'll tell you what my
I mean, for the most part, like again, really solid film, anime film. I'll probably say probably best anime film of the year.
So
so
far.
far,
Hey, we got a whole half, a little less than half.
Chainsaw Man.
Oh.
4 months.
Chainsaw Man, you got to step your game up now. Like
These
Uh,
are
I believe also Infinity Castle broke like the
Nope.
Pokemon viewing record for like the most watched. Like,
Weekend release, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. It broke
It was
the
weekend
record.
release, 27 million, and it got 29 million.
impressive if you can beat Pokemon.
And listen, Pokemon sat in that
but
spot
also
for a
just
minute.
makes sense.
Yeah,
Like it
at
just
what
makes
time?
sense. Anime wasn't as popular. Like that was back when anime wasn't popular, so that was impressive. Almost more so impressive back then because anime
Mhm.
wasn't popular.
Mhm.
But now anime is popular and money is more accessible because of technology, so you can get to the movie easier.
And we
Uber, all
just
of
now
that.
beat that record.
Yeah.
Eh.
So
And technically,
we
Demon
haven't
Slayer
had
did it
no big
twice.
production.
Technically, Demon
Besides
Slayer did it
Dragon
twice
Ball Z.
because it didn't
Yeah, they
beat
did.
when Mugen Train came out. I think it sat in the number 2 spot. I think it just fell shy of hitting number 1, so it dethroned. Pokemon was number 1, and I think one of the Ghibli movies may have been number 2 at the time.
probably how
I-
it's moving.
Might be Dragon Ball Super Broly movie that's number 2. Because
That
was
may
a
be
huge
3.
movie when it
I
released.
feel like that one may be 3, but it moved. You could be right though. It
was either Howl's Moving Castle or Dragon Ball Z Studio Ghibli or DBC. Makes most sense for it being one of them. Was
Well,
two.
those because this is like global. This is global release in Japan. That makes sense,
Yeah.
but even Ghibli initial releases aren't real. Like they're not insane over here because only anime watchers again.
Yeah.
But it had that, and then right now it's at just over 500 million. There's a whole bunch of clickbait posts I'm seeing, and Gabby, I'll be debunking all these clips where people are like,
he'd be debunking everything, everyone.
where people be like, oh, it's the highest grossing film. It's the number 1 film of the year. I'm like, it hasn't even passed 500 million yet. Why are y'all posting these titles? And
The
then
movie of the
it just passed 500 million now, which is great. I honestly didn't expect it to. I expected it to do like 300 million. I didn't even expect it to do this. But again, anime is just too big, and Demon Slayer has cornered the market on guaranteeing a good movie experience.
Yeah.
To where
When you
no
take
other
it-
anime really has that
It
guarantee.
started the anime movie experience, so of course.
Well, kinda. It started the more
Newer, more
one.
air, the modern
more
era
Yeah,
type
that's
that we're in.
that's.
But
I don't
like I
wanna say
said
modern era.
before,
Yeah.
before you could not guarantee that you're going to go to the theater and see a good anime movie unless the title was Dragon Ball Z or Pokemon. And even still, they may be good, but are they theater level? You know what I mean? Because they're probably
Yeah.
made in 1080p, probably not fitted to the screen because they're probably not made for the screen size.
Yep.
So all of that, you can't really guarantee you're going to have. You see it and you're like, that was great, but I could have saved my $15.
No, but the Mugen Train started the modern anime, and it also started the theme of everything's a freaking anime movie.
Yeah.
And I hate it.
Every popular series gets
Why
a.
would you do that to my
It's a
high
movie.
I'm
boys?
surprised.
Mhm.
We're lucky with Don Don because they are doing theater releases on the first 2 episodes. We haven't gotten a theater movie yet, but it's coming.
Yeah.
Solo Leveling is coming. Jujutsu Kaisen is already on the second one. Chainsaw Man's on one after 12 episodes.
Mhm.
Overlord got one, an IMAX one, like a fitted IMAX one.
That's what I was gonna say. Like when you put one of these on an IMAX screen, doesn't matter at this point. It doesn't matter which one. That's kind of giving you that notoriety. Like, listen, this anime is worth like whatever movie. Clearly, they try to stay out of the way of like any of those big super tight, like a Superman or something like that. But when you're able to secure those time slots to be on an IMAX screen, that says something in its own right. Because they could have easily left Superman, What else have we had? Fantastic Four. Like either one of the two of those could still technically be in IMAX right now, but we've bumped those for Demon Slayer. And when you take, like all of us have said this, when you take something as gorgeous as Demon Slayer and like, listen, we're putting this on an IMAX screen. Like, even if you've probably, if you've never watched it, like when you see just visually what it looks like, you're gonna want to go see it. Like we joked about this. Kay, of course, I didn't realize how far behind Kay was. He apparently hadn't finished season 1.
Oof.
But already, listen,
Oh,
I
okay.
can't say nothing because I'm behind in other fields.
AK, don't watch it. Spoilers.
But Kay went and saw this, and hasn't watched anything past season 1. And so I know he was probably lost to some, but he knew enough of the main characters, minus probably some of the Hashiras, that it,
Most of the Hashira at that point.
yeah,
All of the
probably
Hashira.
3/4 of them.
Even what
But
a
that's the
Hashira
type
was.
of thing that you also see with a lot of people that are just kind of like the average viewer that
Yeah.
may not necessarily realize that, hey, we're into technically what, the 5th season, I guess, if you want to call it that, with the movie going into it. So that adds a lot of people just like, I gotta see this on the big screen, whether it is I haven't finished, because at this point right now they did announce that it's not coming to streaming services this year, at least. It's not going to be like one of these other movies. So if you don't see it in the theater, you're
Anime
probably
is
not
always
going to
like
see
that,
this
you know?
in the earliest beginning part of 2026 at the earliest.
Unless you
And-
buy it in Blu-ray. The Blu-ray should be available. I'm pretty sure in Japanese pretty early on, but I may
we'll
be
get the
wrong.
Japanese
Maybe
pretty-
a year, and maybe a year later as well. But I know that for anime movies, you almost like the Overlord movie. It came out in 2024, which we saw in theaters. It just came to Crunchyroll a few months ago, as well as the My Hero movie came a few months ago as well.
Yep.
Yeah, so you gotta wait a little bit for that. Can I tell y'all what I think my theory is after watching this movie?
Yes.
Also, I think that a lot of people says that they think that Akaza's backstory was dragged out, and I honestly didn't think that until I saw people say it. But I did think while I was watching, I was just like, "Damn, this is a long ass backstory." But it wasn't like a "damn, this is bad." I was just like noticing that it was a pretty long backstory. But the backstory to me was really good. So, and my problem is these characters already don't have enough development. So people are mad. Like let's be honest, Demon Slayer's animation since the first season. I done talked about this on the podcast. They trick you with their seasons. They give you 3 good episodes and the rest is fluff. You're telling me season 2, everyone told season 2 was so great. What was great? Tanjiro running around pretending to be a whore. That was, I mean, it was cute, but it wasn't great anime. What was great?
I thought it was hilarious.
It was hilarious, but is it something you write home about? Is it something you think about when you think about Demon Slayer? No, you think about the fight. You think about how great the fight was. Because
I
that
do
is
think
what
of Zenitsu in those little hair bows, though. I do love
that's funny. That's cute. If I never saw it again, it wouldn't affect my Demon Slayer experience. So that being like a part of what they do, and then the next season, what was that season where Nezuko got her sunshine ability? That was beautiful. But there was literally the first episode, episode 9, episode 11. I remember that was it. The rest of the episodes.
We also saw that season in theaters, like the first
3 episodes, right?
Yeah, the first 3 episodes in the theater.
People got mad because Mugen Train existed, so they thought this was going to be a full movie, and nobody did the research. So people all over the internet were upset because they thought they got scammed.
That's just them being butthurt, not knowing.
I'm happy they're more up front now about like, hey, you're getting, here's the last 2 episodes of this season, and here's the first 2 episodes of the next season. I'm happy they're doing that a little bit more openly, but
more aware.
Honestly, if you're a fan of it, you shouldn't care either way. Because getting it on the big screen, like, listen,
that's just
fun. You're
going
to see one of your favorite animes on the big screen. You're going to be happy nonetheless.
Yes.
I feel like Infinity Castle kind of took the Infinity Wars approach into like, okay, like here's how we're going to introduce and flush out these characters right now, but then we're going to go even further in the next one. I feel like they took that kind of formula and input it.
The only one I think they didn't go on is Shinobu. And that was the point I was making is even on the 3rd season, we got 8 episodes.
Mhm.
And what was that? The Hashira training arc. You could literally skip that. You could literally skip the Hashira training arc and just go straight to the last 3 episodes, and you've got the information. The Hashira training arc was nothing.
Mhm.
That's terrible.
But once we got to the movie, I feel like now my theory is, after seeing all that, Akaza's backstory, my theory is that Tanjiro is beat the heck up. They came down there to kill Muzan, and they've almost died killing number 2. Wait, Akaza's number 2.
No,
right?
number 3.
Or 3.
Number 2 is still alive.
They already
2,
lost
1.
the body 2-2. They lost 6 or 7. They've still got. We know that what's his name? The dude with the long hair. He's supposed to be really strong. He blew me in the 3rd season because he sat in a bubble the whole season, and then he beat.
Oh, the Mist guy, right?
Yeah. He beat somebody
Yeah.
stronger than the demon Tengen fought. That demon is a higher rank than the one Tengen fought, and he one-tapped it, but he sat in a bubble. Anyways, he's still alive.
That was
Bakugo's
salty.
still alive.
Bakugo is still
No, he is Bakugo. Like
Bakugo
straight
is
up.
Bakugo, no matter where he is and what anime he is in. He's an angry Pomeranian throughout all.
So we've got Shinobu's friend, who's about to die because she's fighting number 2.
Oh, don't let her die!
I think she got something up her
Kohai,
sleeve.
that's
I
right.
think she's
Kohai.
gonna
I think
win.
she got something up her sleeve.
Yeah.
Bro,
You
if she
can't
kills
let
the upper
Shinobu
2, Shinobu
alive.
is a fraud.com if she kills
Dog. I think
She's gonna
I do
kill
think
him.
she's toast.
I mean,
I do
I
think
think
she's
that-
toast.
Oh.
I think like in
But-
like most like ninja, like
I think you about to say
people
what
that are like ninjas, like their body, even though they're immune to poison, it's poison itself. So I feel like that since he absorbed her, he's getting all of her poison, and that's going to be the determining factor. Just like, okay, get wrecked.
That's it right there.
I
I
can see.
can see that. I like
I
that.
don't think
I
she's
can see
gonna
that.
die either way. I think
I mean, I can see her surviving, but she's alive. We got her. We got Tanjiro's half dead. Giyu is half dead.
Hey, dog, both.
So they're
These
pretty
two
much
half
their
dead.
top 2, and they're gone. Tanjiro is Hashira level now. Giyu said it, so he's a Hashira basically. He's gone. We know Zenitsu is Hashira level because he killed an upper moon by
Hey,
himself.
listen.
I mean, he
His
did,
glow
but
up.
he's
His
not
glow
like
up evolution, like from the
numbers
beginning.
1, 2, 3. Like
well,
he was
no,
like what, number
he is
7,
Hashira
number
level
6?
now.
But the thing is, my thing about Zenitsu is if somebody is able to block that ultimate move, he doesn't really have like the
Much
like
to.
the
I mean, all they have to do parry slash.
Yeah.
If they
They're
can
Stop
parry
being
it,
mean. Stop being mean to my boy.
like
He's
I'm
like
not saying he's
crazy.
not
about
great.
nice. This is
He's
life
not
or
good.
death.
I'm just saying that he went up against like no name Hashira number 7 and was just like, okay, we're just
Hashira?
gonna.
What do you mean no name? Even number 7.
Well, the upper
No.
moons, the top 2 moons you haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
They haven't come out because those dudes are so strong that they don't need to come out. Like they really are his Muzan's ace in the hole beside himself. But but anyways, you've got the healthy people we've got is Inosuke, who's gotta get his level up moment.
He's chasing his crow, saying, "Take me to the magic man."
We got the Miss edgy Sung Jin Woo dude, and we got Bakugo. Those are our 3 healthy people in the entire.
No,
No, you still have.
I'm sorry. You have
and the
my
dude with
love
the
girl.
gun.
I know you don't like her, but she's around
Yeah.
still.
The girl
her,
and the dude with
the
the
Viper
gun.
dude, the snake dude.
There's 5.
And
That's what I
then
said.
both.
That's what I
Oh,
said.
what's
You said
what's
3.
big? What's big dude? What's big dude?
So I added on the girl, and then
See?
and then yes, and then the second Hashira,
The blind
behind
Hashira. Yeah.
the dude with the mace.
Uh,
So that's who we have left, and we lost 2 to the number 3, who's Tanjiro and Giyu, who are basically dead, who survived because of the series, but they're basically dead. And then the rest. So my theory now is that I don't know if Giyu's gonna come back, but I'm not sure. But I think that Tanjiro is gonna have to fight again because he's the MC. How does he
Oh
fight?
no, there's no 2 ways. Honest
How
truth
does
is,
he
I
fight?
think what's
I
going to
think
end up
he
happening.
becomes a demon. That's what
I was
think.
thinking the same thing.
I think
Wait,
because
who
there's
becomes
no
a demon?
way Tanjiro. There's no way that anybody. There's no way he can fight.
he
First
could.
of all, anybody stronger than Akaza. Like he just got strong, and they really lost. Like Akaza killed himself.
They
they
did.
lost.
They lost.
Oh,
2v1. So
I mean, but to
the
be
way
fair,
they
Oscar's
stronger.
for the Digimon move was like evolve. I want to be. He was just like,
Hey,
I'm
listen.
not
He
about
was
to
that
die.
strong. Like that was his
Yes.
thing. Like he was almost to what Muzan was as far as physically, and he was already insanely strong with his ki ability.
Yeah.
Like how do you beat that? He can sense hostility basically. Tanjiro had to unlock a level that not even Giyu had to be able to approach him. So
This man
for
pulled a
them to fight
Kenichi.
people stronger than him, like I think that in order for Tanjiro to get back involved, he's got to be a demon because he's going to try and be like his sister.
Yeah.
And maybe his sister is the one that turns him in. I don't know. But
Nezuko
I
is
mean, I
going
can
to come
see
in
the
at
upper
some
rank
point.
one
maybe
Turning
it's
him.
Luton who gives
turning him
it
into
to
a
him.
demon.
Maybe it's upper rank one because that clearly looks like his father. So we got to figure
No,
out that. But
I
that
keep-
dude,
It's daddy.
No,
I'm
it's
telling
either
you,
daddy
that's
or it's
probably great
great something.
ancestor.
yeah, I don't think it's
Yeah.
that. I feel like that's too easy. I feel like the writer is just like, you're stupid. You know what I mean? If
It's
that's
just
what it
too.
was,
It's just too
it's way too
obvious.
It is
It's
too
just
obvious.
too obvious.
It's just like
No,
this
it-
isn't
it definitely gotta
Naruto
be
where it's just
related.
like,
but I feel like that's what the writer wanted. They wanted you to feel like this is something that you to pay attention to, but you don't know what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
Hopefully
I
I'm
think it
wrong.
could be. I
I
almost
think
want to think
that
that
is
it
the
was.
originator of that fire dance.
Yeah,
Kata,
it's
like,
gotta be something
type of
around
thing.
with the dance, something with the.
But I think what it's probably going to be is if it is his father, but clearly they say that he's been around for
for thousands of
hundreds,
years,
thousands
bro.
of years. But that's not to say that whatever that sickness that he had, maybe was him. Maybe he figured out how to become human before the whole Nezuko thing starts, like that, trying to find that
I feel that would
antidote or
be a
whatever.
terrible pull.
Hey, look, I'm reaching. That's thing I do. I do
I
on
just
split.
feel
I
like
reach.
they're either related or have the same because the burn mark in the hair could be like
It's a
akin to the
giveaway.
form. It doesn't have to be a family. It could be akin to
Maybe
the
he
dance.
took
It could
over.
be.
Maybe it's a demon that, since he's been around for so long, takes over the bodies of these strong people that he's defeated, or something.
It's a
And that could
corpse.
explain the form.
Maybe
Yeah,
they took the corpse of someone they were able to resurrect or do whatever and go from
Yeah.
that would explain how you're around for 1,000 years. Muzan has just essentially has become immortal almost to
yeah.
the degree of it. But
Well,
maybe
he's already
his
on the level that Akaza was about to be, which is you can't just chop off his head to kill him.
Yeah.
hey bro, we gotta talk about that while you just brought that up. Listen, there's
He's itching.
when you're in movies and you get to that part, so his head got chopped. Actually, just like you said, Noah, it's kind of a rinse and repeat thing with demons. They get in,
After the first season, I've never expected the head to just be chopped off again.
you chop the head off,
Mhm.
and then we're kind of off to the races. So when the head got chopped off, and when he just grabbed his own head and just tried to shove it back down
Immediately, bro.
Yeah.
on his neck,
Yeah,
I was like, hey yo,
that's cheating as fuck, bro.
Yeah.
Kaza is a different level
Yeah,
of
bro.
demon. And then once his head disappeared, it was like, we're all thinking, wow, they did it. Like, I'll be honest with you. I was sitting up on my seat, and when that happened, I kind of chilled back in my seat for a second.
You're like, okay, now next steps. Let's
And then,
go.
and then
let's
next
do
thing, I
things.
don't know if it was a fist that got thrown or if it was a kick. And
It was a
I just sat
I'm
back
pretty
up.
sure.
I was like, and then that music just kicked back in. And I'm like, oh, this fight ain't over yet.
He's
Like-
a real demon, bro.
And then to hear
He's
him,
a real demon.
no head, and hear him talk to himself as he's doing like his backstory. I'm like, what is happening here right now?
But you know what's sad to say after seeing this fight with Akaza? Rengoku stood no chance. Rengoku was never going to beat Akaza.
No.
The only reason that he even got lucky was because the sun came up. But I love Rengoku. He's one of my top 5 characters in that series, but he never stood a chance against Akaza. Because he wouldn't. Well, especially if he had evolved.
Well-
if he didn't evolve, maybe. But I don't even think because he never would have been able to hit him. Because you can't hit him unless you get past having any hostility. My Boruto readers out there know that's one of the most OP characters in Boruto. Is anytime you think, and if you're going to hit someone, you have to think hostilely towards them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So there's no way to do it unless you completely clear your mind and you have like an ocean zen mind.
It's
like
that
Tanjiro.
tranquil. You got to find that tranquil moment that just puts you in that zen spot.
Yeah.
And that's like what's his name? I can't think of his name. The dude that led the Demon Slayer Corps. Like when Muzan finally found him and like did not get any, like he didn't sense any of that hostility, and it ends up blowing up the whole entire compound. Him, his wife, his 2 kids in there, and Muzan went on a thing like I could not feel any hostile intent, anything coming from him. So it almost seemed like he was on that level too.
Yeah.
But now that Tanjiro has found that,
Nah, what movies this man got rid of all that hostility and was just like Akuza? I was just like, shut up.
Hey, no,
up.
you got the right to be that cocky for a minute. That was that straight moment. Like,
I'm
listen,
gonna
I'm doing this.
chop your
I'm
head
doing
off.
this to your face.
I'm gonna punch you.
Straight up.
And I give him. Listen, I laughed my ass off when he did that.
I laughed out loud, and I turned to the people next to us, and I was like, "Did he just say that?"
But when you back it up, and you do what you're gonna say, cinema.
Cinema.
Yeah.
Pure cinema.
And then straight talk no jutsu. Hey man, you don't have to do this, bro. Like I don't want to have to do this.
There was a part of time I thought Tanjiro was going to actually be able to talk Akaza down.
Yeah.
Like after Akaza obliterated himself and he was still regenerating.
I mean, he basically did get talk no jutsu. Vision.
Tanjiro was baby talk no jutsu. Let's just
I thought he was going to end up regenerating and somehow convince him to like, hey, listen, maybe you don't need to be a part of this fight, but you could just, in order to redeem yourself or whatever, you can go down a different path. There was a part of me that thought we were going to get to that point, but obviously he disintegrated. I was like, after that backstory and you did this, I was like,
no, I'm done.
I don't want to say. Oh yeah, he kind of did give up, but
because like even though he's destroying his body's still regenerating. Like he actually had to like give up.
Yeah.
His backstory was sad, bro.
That backstory was.
It proves the formula that villains aren't born; they are made.
Listen, his backstory. I appreciate a story when you can make me truly feel for the villain and give a reason to make you understand why and how they became the way that they are. Like just like you said, when some of the demons or some of the characters just got thrown in, we didn't really get any backstory. We don't really know anything. But when you could take the time to flush something like this out, like I know a lot of people, like you said, Noah, complained about the backstories just being overdone. Like if this would have been a season, like I would have been happy with that little side story arc being thrown in the middle of the season.
Yeah.
And season 3, the little genie dude and the other zombie, they got killed with no backstory. And I'm like, the story already doesn't have very deep character development outside the main characters. So I'm like, and the initial main character. So I'm like, I want to see some more character development. Because I'm like, what's y'all alternative? The alternative for it to be shorter, and you just want less content. Like that's
because you introduce these characters and then you fight them for 5 episodes a season and then kill them off and don't tell us anything. It's like, oh, they killed another demon.
Yeah,
cool.
Plus,
I think the only demons that we actually really saw with like that type of backstory was in the Pleasure District arc. Like I feel like those are like the only demons we actually saw like a decent backstory on like why they became the way that they are.
Yeah.
No. Well, if you want to say decent, like dragged out, but the one with the drums, Tanjiro saw his backstory in the second series. I'm pretty sure they all had a backstory besides the third season.
Yeah.
But those two were the best. But Akaza made sense. That one made sense because that whole arc was about those two. Akaza made sense because that was a revenge kill.
Yeah.
He killed Rengoku. That was Tanjiro's level up moment. It was a big step for them, so it made sense for his character.
And Akaza spanned over multiple seasons too.
And I was gonna say
around for a while.
Zenitsu's partner that ended up that actually was told over technically since season 2, like because initially, when I saw him come out, I mine was blank. I looked at, I was just like, why do you look familiar? And then when he told, And when they told it, I was like, okay, I know who you are. But then I went back and I watched the Hashira training arc just for kicks. And you know, when they're telling the backstory of, I can't think of his name, saying like the blind Hashira, and to find out, you know, you're the reason why all of the kids got killed and he got thrown in prison. And then I'm thinking, wait, let me go back further to when you actually was telling the story about, you know, you and Zenitsu just getting there because you could learn all but one of the forms. He could only learn the one form. I'm like, okay, you've literally just told this dude's evil story over all the seasons,
Yeah.
even though they were just little small blurbs that were thrown in there for it, to then get to this point and be like, yeah, I'm full demon now. I don't need that last form.
I
I'm
really
good.
liked the way, since we're talking about it, honestly, Zenitsu is my favorite character in Demon Slayer. I don't know why. At first in the first season he was like, I was unsure, and then by the end of it I was like, I love you so much. I have little
He's
dolls
your
of him.
top one,
Yes, I love him.
Zenitsu.
It's because
Yes.
he's the yellow Flash. That's why.
I said I do
But
like
he
Flash.
has a real good
He's
glow
like
up. When
Flash.
you go from, don't get me wrong, like for the most part, it seemed like he was going to be the comic relief,
Yes.
but have the super ability at the time when it needs to be kicked in for it.
It's Julie Wheeler
But
to be-
now, after getting through
Definitely
training,
the
you know,
top one
when
aura farmer.
when he first gets dropped in, and you know, it's just that serious look. He's falling upside down. It's just like, yo,
I love
he's
him.
completely different from the Zenitsu that we were seeing in the first 3
Locked in.
seasons. Like,
He's like, time to lock in.
he's like, I gotta lock it. I'm just imagining him getting into the zone and probably end up moving the giant boulder. Like when Tanjiro finally was able to figure out the symbol, get it to produce itself so he could muster that extra strength to push it.
Mhm.
I just imagine what Zenitsu had to change. Like, yo, I can't be this version anymore. Like, I have to shift that focus. So that glow up is dope too. So I give you props to why he's your favorite.
Yeah.
I just, like, don't get me wrong, that fight is incredible, but
Mhm.
I want to see him fully be able to. I mean, I don't want to say fully, because if that was the extent of what he's able to do now, don't get me wrong, it's dope. It's still not gonna cut it.
No, I would be really sad if
Oh.
that's kind of all we got from him. I would like to think we're getting more just because he is a main character. He
That
is
was
one
pretty
of the
crazy,
top
though.
3 main
I feel like that
characters.
I
seventh
don't know
form
if anybody.
that he
I
did.
feel like that would even hurt. That was
Once a
his
day.
own technique.
Yeah,
I feel
Yeah,
like
that
that,
form. I feel like that's like
I
a
feel like
once
that
a
would
day
hurt
or like once a
even
week.
I feel like that would hurt even the tops. That ability
Yeah.
was crazy.
It was crazy.
yeah.
But
Like,
his battle, just from his immediately dropping in once to do it, I knew we were immediately going into a good time. And then, like you were
This
saying
day was like
earlier,
screw
Joe,
everyone else. Like, I'm going after you. No one get in my way. Like, that's literally his entire mindset to lock in. Just like, I'm going
Yeah.
after this upper rank demon specifically
yo,
because
he had a mission. As soon as he dropped in there, he knew what he was doing.
Facts.
He got in there. He says, I know who is, like, open these doors. I know you're here. Bring it in. Comes in.
Yep.
What the heck are you doing? Why did you do this? He didn't have any chill. He had no breaks. He just went, why'd you do this? What is it? I'm going to chop your head off.
Yep. You
There
made our
was no
sensei
reason.
kill
First fight,
himself.
and
We
you
could have
hear
done it
behind him.
together. We could have done it together.
Yep.
And then everything his brother said, he's like, well, I did it because of this. And I didn't want to be with you. It's like, dude, you don't realize what you're saying is pushing him even farther. You're the one making sure that he's just going to kick your butt. So you're building your own funeral there, dude.
I mean, he was
Yeah.
basically saying, "Oh, I may not be able to learn these forms, but I can create my own form."
Yeah. Because
It
I
was-
know the
showed up.
basics
Okay.
and you
And
don't
you
know the
behind him.
basics. So therefore, you can't build upon anything.
Mm-hmm. He
Mhm.
was too cocky. When he
Yeah.
first showed up and fought him and he appeared behind him, he's like, you're too slow. I was like, oh
I was like, oh, we going here. Like, that was
Oh.
the wrong thing to say.
I was screaming so much in that theater.
No, it was overall, it was an absolute excellent. Just
Foundation over talent.
one,
Yeah.
The movie was great. 2, with the type of people that we were in there with, it made it even more enjoyable because everybody was on those same emotional journeys as we were going through. So
Everyone
you could hear
was
the
talking.
tears and
It made
everything.
me so
It's been a
happy.
long time since I've been able to sit in the atmosphere of that. Not to mention all the cosplay. Like
Yes.
everybody came out
Cosplay
in their cosplays.
A plus.
It was amazing. This
Yeah,
was an experience to be had. And it's like, I still implore you, if you haven't gone to see this movie yet, you need to go see this movie. You probably won't get the same effect because everyone has gone to see it at this point. I'm sure people are just going back to rewatch it. But this
That
was
was
overall one of those that, honestly, the experience of seeing this in theater is not going to be able to be replicated. Well, I don't want to say that because if they do a great job with the second movie and the third movie, and things play out well, we absolutely could see how this dog. It'd be crazy if all 3 Demon Slayer movies end up becoming the number 1, number 2, and number 3 grossing anime movies of all time.
They will because for this in what's it called in or at least in Japan they will for sure.
Mhm.
Probably globally, but in Japan right now is just like the most popular thing in Japan. So they're gonna see it whether it's good or bad. Their market out there is kind of like when they love something, they love something. Good, bad, more content is more content, and they're gonna see it. So it's definitely probably gonna be the most watched because it's number 1 and 2 in Japan. It's definitely gonna be 1, 2, 3, and 4 when they're done for sure.
Hands down.
But
go
ahead,
correct me if I'm
Marcus.
wrong. Right now, we still have upper rank 1, 2, and I think 4. That's the one with that does the Infinity Castle, right? That one's number 4, right?
I don't know if that's an actual.
I don't know.
I don't know if
Find
that's
out.
an actual demon fighter.
Hey, listen, whoever's in control of the castle, they need to figure that out ASAP. Because that's the problem one right there. If you can get rid of whoever that is, it may make your lives a little bit easier.
I want to find out what the castle is, like how they all got there and stuff like that.
Teleportation, everything. There's no reason why this place is like clearly Infinity Castle. It's in the name. Like, to the fact that they can continuously grow, shift sizes, shift planes, and all that on there. Like that, it's just it's just super home field advantage for the demons.
Yep.
Because everyone, I'm happy they're able to try to map it out. But even if they finally figure out, the full map, they can figure out what Muzan is or whatever.
Son, he really
sitting here doing that.
The mantle.
Because the question then is, how do you get that information to any of the Demon Slayers?
Strong.
Oh no, she was the demon with the
banjo,
instrument.
Like the banjo type.
She's just a demon that serves under Muzan. So this is her blood demon art that controls the castle.
Whoa! You're saying too much. You looking stuff up.
No, they said that in the movie. I remember that because I knew it was a blood demon art.
Because every time she did the strum, the layout changed.
No, I know that, but I didn't know it was her blood demon art. Okay.
Yeah, in the movie they said
it's cool.
they said it was her blood demon. I only looked at that part. I didn't click into any links. I'm like, nope, that's all I need to know. Thank you.
I need her as a friend then, because if you could just strum and just make my house hey, listen, I need 4 levels. I need like double basements. I need like game room, movie room.
They literally have blocks that they put in, and then you can just imagine what you want.
Nanotech.
And it becomes it. Yep, nanotech. But before we wrap up, everybody, let's rate the movie.
Yep. 1 through 10?
1 through 10. And you can't say 7.
This is his thing. He said you can't say 7. That's Noah's thing.
You can't say 7.
Why is there a 7? The 7 is...
You'll see.
Because 7 is the median number that people always choose. So that's why he says you can't say 7.
It makes it so difficult because everyone always goes 7.2, 7.5, 7.8. No 7.
6 is too low sometimes, and 8 is too high.
That's a cop-out answer. That's a cop-out answer. 8 is committing to the fact that you really liked it. 6 is committing to the fact that you did.
Camera for this, y'all.
I'll give him that. Listen. I will easily throw out. I'll easily throw out a 9. Like, honestly, they're really. I had no issues with this movie, other than the fact that they probably mentally said, "Yo, we're gonna make this movie 2.5 hours. We're gonna stick to it." You could have easily slid in another 30 minutes to this, and it would have still been perfectly fine.
30 minutes.
Whether it was
That's
you
why,
stretching,
that's why the season was 8 episodes. They could get you to the perfect point. They're really paying
you
attention
could
to that.
stretch out a couple of the fights. Even some of the other backstories that we didn't necessarily super flesh out, other than Akaza, we probably could have explored a little bit. I think everything about this movie is damn near perfection. Like,
So see, now why'd you give it? See, I'm about to say you can't say 7 and you can't say 9 from now on, Gabby. Why?
So what you're trying to do is trying to give me.
Why not 9?
No, because I hate when people love the movie, have nothing bad to say out about it, and they're like 9.8. I'm like, what's the point, too?
See, I can't do those points. The points to me are stupid. Like,
Yeah, but now
listen,
he's gonna make it so
Why
I can
not
never
a
say
10?
9 in our anime
Right.
podcast.
why wouldn't I give it a 10?
Why not a 10? Because you said you had no problems with the movie, so that's a 10. It doesn't have to be a Christopher Nolan film to be a 10.
Yeah, no. Like, I almost feel like the only reason maybe I can't. So when you take the obviously it's 3 movies. We have to spill into the other 2 movies. I feel like when this is something that should be like a full blown season, like, and you try to reel it in to make it 2.5 hours. I think they did a very good job at taking what could be like easily a 4.5, 5 hour season and crunching it in 2.5 hours. I think this could have been better served more of as that full season. But I think they did an excellent job at figuring out, we're gonna have to cut. We got to cut a couple of the fight scenes down, just to make sure we can live in this 2.5 hour time frame. Some people may not necessarily get that extra shine, that extra light at moments, but we're gonna still make them look good. I think that probably would be my only issue, is that I think this could have been because this is only the first movie, you can't necessarily go full Endgame just yet. So an actual 3-hour one, they may save that for like the final movie to have, the super big final battle that is literally probably going to be half of the actual movie once we get to it on there. So I think that probably is where
3 hours. Final movie, get 5.
Yeah, I think it's probably the only reason why I would give it a 9. Because I think this is one of those that you could have easily said, this movie's going to be 3 hours long, and everything in it would have been perfectly fine. But stuff had to make the cutting room floor, unfortunately, because I'm sure they said, listen, 2.5 hours is we are sitting with this. There's no over, there's no under. That is our magic mark, which I'm not mad at, but it just makes it more difficult when it could work, but you don't do it. I think that would be my reason why I give it a 9.
Okay, so Jokes gave it a 9. Gabby, what do you give it?
Tati, is that you? No, I'm going to also agree with a 9. I don't think it was a 10 for me, because I wanted more screen time for some characters. I really think they could have fleshed things out. They should have given it the extra 3 minutes. Basically, what Joke said. They could have made it all perfectly. And I don't see a reason why they did it. If they had a legitimate reason, then I could get behind it. They'll probably never know. But honestly, when the movie ended, I felt not like it was, obviously it's part 1 of 3, so it was unfinished. But I felt like there could have been more in those fight scenes, and some things weren't wrapped up as cleanly as I would have liked them to. I didn't like the end of Shinobu. I did not like that. I did not like that we kind of did yet. I did not like that we didn't get any closure on that, and we just got. Was it towards the end where we got that little snippet?
Little snippet
of Kano.
Yeah.
With all the cuts. Okay, that was it.
I think it was during almost like the credits were running, and they went back, visited for a quick second, and then switched to the next
Okay, so it was like a mid
Yeah,
roll.
I think.
Okay. Yeah. I wanted a little more, especially from that fight. Just that just might be because, Shinobu died, and obviously a lot of us, if not all of us, were really upset that she was killed. So I wanted more from that, and I also kind of wanted more from some more extra characters, even honestly, like when Giyu and Tanjiro went down. I wanted there to be like, obviously we had the crows. It's like, hey, they're down, people converge and stuff. I wanted to kind of see the next steps or a little more lead in the movie that will kind of connect it to the second one since they're going in this series.
Hmm.
I don't know where we're going to start, and I didn't see a next starting point, which is fine, but I felt like if you're going to have these series, where's my connection? And that might have been it with Kanao in that section scene. That might have been it, but I wanted more. So
Copy. So
that's why I would
Gabby's
give it a
rating
9.
is a 9.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Y'all making this clip hard. My rating is 8.5.
You bastard.
8.5.
He said
I
a
was
bad
just
word.
Shinobu's
Ooh.
finish really made me upset because I feel like it just was hoed. But
She was
besides that,
hoed.
everything else was beautiful. I give the movie theater experience a 10 though. I
Yes.
give the movie theater experience a 10.
11.
No, I give the movie theater
Uh,
experience a 9
Marcus, your rating.
because that pizza, we're going to talk about that.
Hey, listen.
That doesn't have to do with the movie.
The experience that don't
Yes,
have
it
nothing to do
does.
with that experience.
Yes,
Listen,
it does.
that's a
Yes, it
listen,
does.
Marcus.
It's my
That
loading
can be
It's
that
my
can be a
loading facts.
that can be a different conversation that we can have. That didn't take away from that atmosphere and that environment that we was in the theater. Like that was
Lord,
just
I ain't
something.
never gonna get this clip, Gabby. All right, quick round. Tell us your rating for the Demon Slayer movie. Jokes.
Oh, 9.
Gabby.
I give it a pretty solid 9.
Myself, 8.5. 10 movie theater experience. Marcus.
8.
8. Okay.
That is our rating for the movie. You gave it an 8? Okay.
Why 8?
You
Explain.
good? You good over there?
I mean, for the reasons I stated, the part 1, the act 1 could have been drawn out better. So that way other characters could have got more screen time. Outside of like that and Tanjiro being Tanjiro doing Tanjiro things. Like
I need some more explanation on that bit.
okay. So okay,
Joke your face
opening sequence, fire. They're dropping in. They all have to like figure out how not to die from splat damage, Okay, cool. But then going into that very first upper rank fight, which is rank 2, that entire sequence could have been done better. There was also some moments where they was like, okay, short on budget for this particular animation scene. We're going to do a couple stills or whatever here. Like, an 8 is justified.
Nah, you wildin'.
Well, what do you mean by
I ain't
Tanjiro doing
mad at you,
Tanjiro
but-
things? I didn't get an explanation. What you mean?
That's just Tanjiro doing Tanjiro things.
Exactly.
But then he wouldn't be Tanjiro if he doesn't do Tanjiro things.
Yeah, what is he supposed to do? Giyu
That's
things?
what Tanjiro does. Y'all have never heard the saying, that's just Gabby doing Gabby things or
Okay, well now.
Jokes
yeah,
doing Jokes things. That's just them being themselves. But what's it called? I give it an 8. I can't personally give it a 9. Like a lot of the stuff I give a 10, but the overall, most of my 8.5 comes from the story. But
Okay.
I think just moments like Tanjiro seeing Akaza and then screaming at Akaza the first time he sees him was just like
Oof.
peak. And
That
stuff
was
like that
pure emotional like
That was a moment.
rage when he screamed, and that was good.
Yes, it was. But
And
that's
then when he screamed, "I'm gonna chop your head off" or something, I'm like, "You dumbass! I love you.
And he
You're
backed it up.
so dumb."
He backed it up.
He
He
did.
did back it up, but still, I
He didn't win though.
felt what Gyu's expression was in that moment. He was like, "What?"
He's an actual Hashira now.
Right.
I don't think that's what Kiyu was thinking when he yelled.
All right, y'all. I gotta get to bed.
Sleep time.
So, what about y'all?
I don't know yet. About to figure
I'm
it
gonna go
out.
watch more anime.
I'm definitely gonna watch some anime before I pass out.
I got some Dr. Stone to catch up on.
Oh yes,
Yes, I do.
definitely check that out. I need to catch
That's
Black
editing I
Street's
gotta do.
Tokonami. Yes. All right.
Take us out, Noah.
Until next time, y'all. Spoiler boys.
Spoiler boys!
I feel like I have too much power now.
Anime
Spoiler
chat
Got
out.
to.
boys.
Loading snacks.